Everybody sing that shit.
Dressing room divisions and crisis talks. Joachim Low remains relaxed ahead of must-win Sweden tie. Joachim Low cut a cool figure as he went for a jog along the beachfront in Sochi on Wednesday morning. Unfazed by the hordes of cameras trailing alongside him, he stopped to give the odd autograph, and had some words of assurance for the German media. "We have a plan," he insisted. "Germany need to have a plan, or maybe even several, if they are going to get out of the hole they have dug for themselves at this World Cup." After a calamitous opening defeat to Mexico, they now face an all-or-nothing clash with Sweden on Saturday evening. Win, and their title defense is back on. Draw or lose, and the world champions can start booking their flights back to Frankfurt. For fans, media and players alike, this is new ground. Germany have never lost the opening game of a tournament under Low. After the soul-searching and end-of-days talk at the beginning of the week, the move down to sunny Sochi and Low's laid-back attitude has been a breath of fresh air for everyone. The last week has not been easy. Coming to terms with defeat was a painful process, said Low at Friday's press conference. "We have looked at every mistake and have taken the right measures. There were a lot of mistakes against Mexico. Roaming fullbacks left the wings exposed, and a lack of control in central midfield heaped even more pressure on center-backs Jerome Boateng and Mats Hummels. Communication was dreadful and even the selection seemed wrong. Why didn't Marco Reus start? And would Marc-Andre ter Stegen have been sharper than Manuel Neuer, and able to rush out and assist his center-backs more often?" Every Tom, Dick and Harry in Germany has an answer to these questions at the moment, and everyone has a plan for Sweden. Yet Low insists that these are small, correctable problems, not big underlying ones. "We have won a lot of games in the last few years, and are still at the top of world football," he said on Friday. "Why, after just one game, would you suddenly start questioning everything?" The plan, then, will not be dramatically different to the one against Mexico. Some have called for Low to revert to a back three to give more defensive cover, but with Mats Hummels injured, that doesn't seem likely. Others have demanded that he drop Mesut Ozil and Sami Khedira. There may yet be a starting place for Reus, Ilkay Gundogan or Leon Goretzka. Yet is Low right to be so relaxed? Will tinkering be enough? Are there really no underlying problems with Germany? The media storm over Ozil and Gundogan's meeting with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has certainly not helped the mood around this tournament, and increasingly it seems as though this is a team plagued by factionalism. A Sport Bild report on Wednesday cast two factions, a bling-bling group and a group of senior Bayern players, which had split over the decision to drop Leroy Sané. Mysteriously, they put senior Bayern player Jerome Boateng in the bling-bling group with Mesut Ozil, Sami Khedira and others, rather than in a group with club teammates Manuel Neuer and Thomas Müller. Most in Germany have given very little credit to that report, which appears to be based on little more than speculation and stereotype. If there is a divide, it is more likely to be between the two generations. On the one hand, there is the 2014 generation of Neuer, Thomas Müller, Toni Kroos and company. On the other, there is the generation which won the Confederations Cup last summer, the Julian Draxlers, Timo Werners and Leon Goretzkas. The two generations have had little chance to play together in one team, especially in a tournament environment. At best, that may be the reason for the communication problems. At worst, there may be resentment over selection. Sané's exclusion, and more importantly the decision to pick Neuer over ter Stegen, may have led some of the younger players to wonder what they have to do to break into this team. Neuer himself has completely dismissed such speculation, claiming that all that was missing against Mexico was bravery and trust. "There is no division," said Neuer on Tuesday. "The Confederations Cup players are part of the squad, and we win and lose together." Yet Neuer arrived at that press conference half an hour late due to crisis talks within the team. He admitted that it had been an open, no-holds-barred discussion. Mexico was a wake-up call. The communication in the team has never been better than directly after the defeat, he said. We don't need a second wake-up call. More to the point, Germany can't afford a second wake-up call. Under Low, they have tended to drop points in the second group game of a tournament, but in Saturday, that is not an option. Against Sweden, they have to win. Ideally, they would do so in style, because with Mexico now favorites to win the group, Germany may yet come face-to-face with Brazil in the last 16. That would be a repeat of the 2014 semi-final, quipped TZ. Except that on current form, we wouldn't be able to blow them away quite so dominantly as we did 4 years ago. That is the understatement of the century. In any case, the last 16 is still a long way off. First, they have to beat Sweden. No more wake-up calls. This time, the plan has to work.